falling now. And it's going to start hitting your cars pretty soon. So the whole building is slipping right now, okay? And in doing so, the actual precast here is failing. And you can see how the rebar is actually failing here now too. You've just got too much water coming through. This one here is bad too. Not as bad as over there, but we have a precast slip here too. And you know, we got a nice car here, and you can see how this is already starting to fall on it, because the whole thing is doing this shake and stir, right? This one is one you 3, and I call this number 1. This is really failing, and you can see the pieces. So maybe on your doing your daily work and whatnot, just sweep this up, because again, people start to get alarmed now. And of course they do, all of a sudden they shine the light up and they go, oh my God. And see, part of the problem here too, is cracking now. So this is actually retaining beam here, and these are all starting to falter now. And if you look up there, you've got rebar failure in a crack up there. So that's actually your P1 parking up above, right? So just, if you can, time, just keep picking these pieces up. Because that piece right there, if that falls, this car is back, but this is a nice Corvette the guy's got here, right? And what will happen, it'll strike it, he's going to be pissed. And then you've got one over here too. So I cleaned this all up about a month ago, and you can just see the pieces that keep falling right now. Because those are failing over there now. This is failing here. And everything, you see how it's cracking? This piece eventually will it'll pop right out. That'll fly right out. Because it's under so much pressure now. And that one there, I showed you the electrical on that one. So yeah. You need to get an engineer in and get a report done on this. Because eventually what's going to happen is, I have a great big train truck, 30,000 pounds. I will not drive in this driveway, just for that reason. I'll probably end up down here. And again, this winter they decided to put white Ciftal on it, and it just bled right through all the rebar, all your supports, everything. And that was the kiss of death. Essentially, it's accelerated the damage being done to this building right now. So we've actually got, these are all essentially, when they make them, they precast them and they just lower them in with cranes. And we got one down on the far end, up on P2. There's a big piece of concrete that's going to fall on the car here pretty soon, because the actual whole precast has rotated over. It's under so much stress. I'm exaggerating, but it's got a 5-inch twist in it right now, and that's where people are driving up to the front door and that. And that's because you've got a water leak up there coming through the planter and that too. So,
may you show, please, this piece of concrete which you said?
I've got it in my documentary, so
but
it's
visually.
up on. So I'll just say it's up on P1 at the far end down there. And if you guys want to go have a look at it, you'll see that precast slab.
May you please show me?
Well, you've got about 9 pieces already. They're going to fall out here in the future.
Mm-hmm. May you show, please? Please.
Okay, let's see what time it is. People are giving me a farewell today, so I got a lunch then.
Just quick.
Yeah.
Look.
So again, you just walk right through it and just sweep it if you can. Because again, people eventually, you're going to see more and more of it crumbling. And that's just going to get people really alarmed.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I had the guy yesterday from TKE in, and he replaced the brushes on the small elevator for me, okay? On the large elevator, just keep an eye on, or just when Jason comes in, talk to him. Outboard brushes, I think they need to be changed. He did the inside ones on this one, outboards on large elevator. They're just getting into their wear limits now. And what'll happen is, when the carbon brushes wear down, it ends up, there's spring-loaded tension pins in there. That steel strikes the carburetor and the armature. It'll cut a groove, they're done. Guy has to come and spray weld those here. You're talking thousands of dollars, probably about 20, 30 grand. It's something that can be taken care of and maintained. I had to change the cable on the small car about 5 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, yeah. Because I was up there doing an inspection one time, and I found there's a cable that was starting to fray. So this is a problem area. So this is right underneath where you walk in here. So this, you're gonna find this mat soaked all the time. People step out here and they're getting wet. What I found is a crack in the front walk-in. And so the flower planter beside it, it actually had a retaining basket in it, and I think it's cracked. So let me see if I can find this. Okay, there's a piece right there. Hopefully nobody drives in here.
Oh, okay.
This is rebar failure right here. So they did a repair years ago, and they did that as a tension plate. But you have another one right here. This is the drain in the driveway right here. This is your fire lines coming in right here. Oh, and same with the fire panel. You do have a key for it, but again, if you ever have an alarm in the building, do not reset the alarm here, because it's a huge fine nowadays too. Because I used to reset the panels for them at one time. Don't ever do it now. So what they did here, this is underneath where you drive in. My light's gonna die. So they did a tie clip all the way. So what they did, it was rotating like this, so they brought it back to flat. Now I would say that was done probably at least 15 years ago. But again, you're getting to the point, there's chunks of concrete that are gonna fall. There's a really bad one in here. Yeah, they tie clipped it here. This is the light, this is the violation right now. They're gonna get hit for that for sure. This is it right here. So again, this is where the vehicles are coming in and out, and this is all subject to failure. And there was a car, there's that piece right there right now. I came down here one day and there's a big piece of concrete. They just left and that hit the ground here.
Oh, here.
Yeah, this is the other failure.
Okay. Here. Okay.
I know there's another bad one in here too. I found one there.
Here.
But it's a big piece right here. It's gonna blow. Here it is here. Okay, this is the twist in the precast right here. So if you see back in here, how this is fairly level, If you follow the beam, you see how this is actually rotated out of position now. And this is again right where they're driving in. And it's like a rebar, but we installed in a mesh, right? When we poured the concrete. And actually rotted that piece out, it just popped. Because it was, again, too much salt up there. That's why you gotta use the safety salt.
What kind of salt is?
One I use all the
Always,
time is Arctic Blast, they call it. And it's a green, and it's supposedly not that harmful on concrete.
Okay.
But it's very expensive, because like I say, people opt out for the cheap stuff, go with the more expensive stuff. Because again, this building is significant wear and tear.
Yeah.
See, and this is part of your issue too. You see the crack here? And this is because of that column 3 I just called downstairs.
Oh.
And you'll see the failure over here too. Because that's slipping down there, it's slipping here now. And you'll start seeing more of this. Pieces of concrete will just start popping out. That one out about 12 years ago, I think that went. Like I said, I've been monitoring this for years. And this piece of rebar, you see how, so that's going to blow out pretty soon. And because column 3 is now slipping down, so it's actually pulling the floor with it. That's why you're getting this valley in here. And this, again, you see this crack right here?
Yeah.
See, that piece is just going to blow too. It's just going to fall out.
Yeah. So we need serious job to do this.
Yeah, you need to
here.
just get some engineers here, get a report done on this,
Yeah.
and they'll come up with a plan for you.
Yeah.
So again, in here, you have so much water coming through here again. You see, even that piece up there is getting to the point. Even though the tie put this in there, it's all failing.
Yes.
You rebar. So sprinkler system, because this is cracking now because there's so much tension in this. So when we put these legs up in there, that becomes essentially a weak point. But you can see the water keeps coming through, and even this is going to fail. So this is what we call a failed sprinkler head. Mm-hmm. These are a lead based activation on them, a disc. Mm-hmm. And these are all out of service. That probably won't even work, I bet you.
Okay.
So anyhow, guys, don't mind me. I'm gonna go grab my lunch.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No
Kevin.
problem.
Very